I know you don't smoke weed. I know this. But I'm gonna get you high today. Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
Back to get wrecked. All respect to those who break their neck to keep their hopes in check. Cause though they sweat a brother majorly. And I don't know why your girl keeps paging me to tell me that she needs me. Cries when she leaves me, and every time she sees me, she squeeze me. Lady, take it easy.
See a publicist work with Wack for a week, bro.
Hey, was that
But
Stitcher
see,
shit
but
before
see
that
that
Kanye shit?
Yeah, Stitches was way before Ye.
No, I mean that Kanye shit when you and Ray J was on TMZ.
I
This
don't
is
know.
like 9 years
That's
ago, eight
probably
years
about the
ago.
same time, somewhere around the same. Cause that was BET weekend.
When you told Ye watch your fucking mouth.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit popped up on my phone, man. That shit was funny.
yeah, but see, back then it was dangerous. Niggas was still ignorant.
now you know
That it was
what, Wack?
dangerous.
I just
It
thought
was.
about it. It was a fight that was supposed to happen out there, and niggas was trying to take the contracts, and then it was something
I
about
took
I
the
can't.
You talk
contract. I took it
about
from
Yeah,
Floyd.
Floyd
I
that
took
Soldier.
was
it
the
from
first
Floyd and 50.
time. That's the first time I heard of you, bro. On God, like that was the
I
first
took
time
it
I
from
really
Floyd
like.
and
I
50. They
sat
had
down
a
and
battle.
I was like, oh, who
Chris
is this?
Brown and Soldier Boy.
Yeah, yep, and that was 2014, 15.
Yeah,
Right.
I literally took that fight.
Yeah, that I remember that
Soldier signed.
happening. That was because I remember you getting online. I remember seeing some West Coast blood members. Like you know what I'm saying. That's all I see.
Hey, but
I
look,
was like, who
nah,
the fuck is
before
this
I
nigga?
even
Like,
put
but
a
then you
name
start
to a
doing your
face,
research.
look.
This Ray J manager, this game manager. Then you like, okay. Then you start popping into the scene. You nigga,
Wack done had a
I mean,
small
you
little
gotta
nine,
remember,
But
10
look
little
though, it
run.
ain't no big deal. But see,
it's
you
a
wasn't
whole lot
tapped
of shit
in.
going
Yeah.
on that ain't on the internet to know what's going on. So
That's a
I bet you
fact.
this.
That's
Right.
a fact.
Niggas that landed
Hey.
in this backyard, they knew who the
Right.
fuck who was what. I bet you the fuck that.
Hey,
Nah,
but
that's a
when
fact.
you and K Slay on some of them DVDs back in the day?
Yeah, you talk about 0405.
Hey,
Y'all
but
was on some
look.
of them like Sub Zero
Yeah, nigga,
DVDs and shit, right?
I'm the president of Straight Stud Magazine, nigga.
okay,
Shouts out to the straight.
Open that
Hey,
book up.
Okay.
That
shouts out
motherfucker
to them
paid.
straight stud
That motherfucker
magazines.
paid Cass Jones.
Hey, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
them
but you
straight
know what?
stud
Before
magazines,
that,
man. Them
Now, New York
magazines.
knew me
Hey,
because me and K Slay used to get into
right.
it real bad on the radio.
That's a fact.
We used to get
Hey,
Comedy.
into it bad.
you and
Comedy.
but
K
look
Slay used
though.
to
Hey,
have
Before
like
hey,
back
that
and
though,
forth.
hey,
We
listen,
used to get
look.
into
bro.
it bad, and they knew I was in New York because I'm on the station with the nigga. We be in that
Right.
motherfucker arguing like a mother.
Brock, in New
But
York
look though.
radio, right,
Before
during the
that,
daytime, you couldn't hear curses. But when Slay and them came on Big Cap and them at nighttime, that's when they let the curses. These niggas was cursing up a storm.
We
So
used to
that
be
was
in that
like good
motherfucker
You
times,
know
getting
what?
to
bro.
it.
It was
Fuck
great.
you. Fuck
Fuck you,
you, nigga.
nigga. What God? Who you think you talking to? God? God, who you think you to? Oh, that shit was crazy. Yo, we gotta find that audio and run some of that shit. Whack. Gotta run some of your arguments with K
Was
Slay.
y'all
That
on
shit was
XM
funny.
or y'all was on the regular
FM.
Satellite Shay
FM?
45.
And then they was on the satellite shit.
right.
Yeah, that's what's up though.
Hey, but before
And
then,
then
shit.
I
So
was
you
in the
been
middle of that.
podcasting then? You
I was
been
in the middle of that
podcasting?
Uncle Murder Patpoose shit, and that shit was greasy.
You gotta remember, Brock, they was podcasting before it had a name.
hold
Remember,
I
on.
Papoose
We're
was
had a
right
not.
here when
Hold
name.
they was
on. We're not
podcasting.
moving past that. Uncle Murder, Papoose. What
And, and,
happened? Because you know
and
I don't
then
be knowing
It
that
was an
shit.
all-out war, nigga. It was
I
a
was,
war.
yeah,
Hey,
niggas
they
was
was
hurting the
at
street.
it. They
Yeah.
was at it
It
heavy.
was a war. You got to remember, Papoose signed to Slay, and Uncle Murder and his whole team is Slay's friends, right? So we in the middle of this shit. We got times of Murder coming up to the radio, Pap them waiting outside. Yo, niggas is getting sliced at the studio.
Yeah, them niggas
Niggas
bloodbath on
getting
that shit.
booked over here, robbed over here. Nigga, listen. And we in the middle of this shit. What's the homie used to be with Murder Hood? That was his name, Hood. I think that was like Murder's manager. You know, you had White over there in the hood. It was all our people. Papoose, Sign and Slate, him, Moose, all them. And so we dealing with this shit, juggling
I
this
know you
shit.
ain't talking about the hood.
I don't know. Hood is New
Chris
York.
Brown hood. Oh no,
No,
no.
no,
All
no,
right,
no.
all right.
He's a rat.
Yeah,
Nah,
I
he ain't
heard.
a rat.
I
Yeah,
heard.
we ran his paperwork about a year ago. The producer nigga, the fat nigga with the
hey,
dreads.
Wack, I
Yeah, yeah,
always wanted
yeah.
to know. I always wanted to know what happened between Papoose and Fat Joe. Did them niggas?
That's a story that only you know what? I ain't gonna tell that story. Yeah, yeah, That
Uncle
happened.
I
always
It was
got
got
a
you. I
some
got you
hotel.
shit,
with one.
man.
It was a hotel.
Yo,
Yeah,
How did you
that
know
happened.
that, SDJ TV?
now
Man,
that's some
I've
hood.
been
Now
on
that's a
this
hood
shit.
Hey, if you
legend.
know, you know,
Look,
That
man.
that
that's one of them
definitely
hood legends.
happened.
Nobody know the real
It
story, but
happened, and well, it happened. Hotel room situation, and um, it was crazy because when it happened, the call came west because Fat Joe bus was coming across at 10. That's back before Fat Joe he wouldn't fly. And when the shit happened, certain shit came up missing or took or whatever you want to say it. So the call come west. Now you got to remember, K Slay and Fat Joe beefing at the time. They ain't getting along, right? Patpoose, something is missing. Rumble happened in the hotel. Boom, boom, boom. Shit happened. Few niggas did some shit they shouldn't have did. I'm gonna let y'all live right now. And call came west. Wack. Something that belonged to us on that bus. Nigga, when I tell you, nigga, I rounded up the troops, and then I get a call from Mac 10. Tamu, what's up? Joe coming to see me. You know what's happening. He say, Wack, I'm getting the calls. You cannot do that. I said, bro, the call then came from New York, bro. Ain't no, unless you telling me you gonna retrieve that, bus ain't gonna make it. Straight up. I didn't hit. And at this time, the West Coast table was set. Crips, Blood, Power Rules, we got a table. This shit dangerous out here because when one go, everything going. It's dangerous at this time. We keeping the peace, but on the flip side of it, it's fucked up because you can't. But Mac called me direct, and somehow, what the fuck they did, they got the Slay, and Slay called me. He say he said turn it off. I turned it on, turn it off. I said, who called you? He said, I'm not telling you right now because you're going to act ignorant, and hung the phone up. You know, that's how Slay handled me. Like, certain shit he won't. You know, yeah, he like, I don't give a fuck if you get mad. I'm blocking your number for 24 hours till you calm down. If you want to talk to me, have your wife call me. He didn't do shit like that. He won't get on the phone with me and none of that. He'll like talk to her to talk to me, and then I got it.
Yeah, that shit is way
That
deeper than
shit
I
hey,
imagined.
crazy.
hey, hey, you talking
Yeah.
about and we talking about
Every
Joe,
shit.
we talking
Then
about
he'll tell the
Slay, we talking
security,
about Pat.
he'll tell the
Man, listen.
security that if Wack show up, don't let him in. Cause he know I get on the plane. Oh, you don't want to answer? I get on the plane and fly out there. You know. So it was some crazy big brother, little brother shit. But that's a story that only I know, Fat Joe know, Pistol Pete, Papoose, and a nigga named Moose.
Listen to
And
the
K
names
Slay.
he's saying. Them not no regular people, like so.
Nah,
Yeah,
this
that
Hell
wasn't a
no,
regular
Z.
situation.
that was it was
You hear the names,
it,
bro?
it was it
Yeah.
was
That nigga said Mac 10. Then like
Hey,
this
what y'all
nigga Mac.
talking about? What happened? I just got back in here.
Nigga,
Man, read the
listen, hold
room,
on.
bro.
bro
Calm
He
Mac
said
10
down, bro.
called me.
Mac 10 impressed the nigga like nigga no. Nigga, this is what's
Mac
gonna
10
happen,
called, yeah,
nigga.
Yo.
he called me, he say, Wack. I said, what's up? He say, Don move. And I said, Paru, I got the call, my nigga. Can't shut it down. Something on that bus belong to the homies, my nigga. We ain't shutting nothing down. Soon as that motherfucker hit that 10 LA County, nigga, it's going, you know what's that. He say, Wack, y'all can't do that, bro. It's gonna fuck the whole rap game up. We gotta figure something out. I say, bro, I got the call from out east, up top. And that's it, bro. I'm not hearing you right now. Unless you telling me you gonna meet that motherfucker bus over there in Palm Springs and let me know that's in pocket, is up.
And this
He said,
'08.
Wack. He said, Wack, you done turned the fire. I said, I done turned the fire on all sides. Everything, nigga. It's on. We know the bus, we know the schedule, we know when it's coming. I'ma know when that motherfucker hit San Bernardino state line. That's a fact. We had follow cars already from Ontario on in. We had my nigga Pooh Nanny and them out there in San Bernardino watching the highway. We had the motorcycle club, I ain't gonna say which ones, watching the highway. As soon as we eyed that bus, it was up. And that nigga said, wow, I say, bro, I got the call from up top, bro. I don't know what to tell you. It's all Damu love, but he said, Wack, I got business with. I said, that's cool. And somehow they got to Slay. And Slay called me and said, little bro, turn it off. I said, I can't turn it off. I didn't already turn. He said, turn it off. I said, who called you? I ain't telling you right now because I don't want you acting ignorant, right? Turn it off. This one on me. And we bagged up. And years later, I looked up. After all the shit that happened, they're the best of friends. Crazy.
Yeah, that
Hey,
is
Wack, I got
crazy.
a question for you. Did you ever find out who made that call?
That was my dream, nigga.
Nigga, hold up.
Dream, nigga.
You know, look. You know, I gotta ask the
Yeah,
right question. Wack, did
he
you ever
told me.
find out years later who made that call?
He told me who made the call.
Who made the call?
And
You
hold
got
up.
you
But
got to
before you
remember
ask
at
that,
one point in
would you
time,
have tripped if you know who the call was at the moment? Was he
I didn't
right?
know. I didn't know. No, yeah. It was two niggas made the call.
Yeah, but if you would
It,
have
it
known,
was
if he'd
two
have told you,
people.
you'd have tripped?
It was two people made. But at the time, back then, it didn't matter. It was its own.
Wait, okay, I
It's
feel you. I feel what you're saying.
right. But the two people that made the call could have called me, but they said we're not calling him because we know what that is, right? See, they used to call Slay the Black Fat Joe. They got into it, him and Fat Joe. So when they got into it, and then Pap and them had their issue, right? And Pap really didn't have a direct issue. It was really behind Remy Ma, right? But he
Mm-hmm.
had wife Remy Ma, married Remy Ma, so he absorbed that shit. And the two people that called Slay, they could have called me. I wouldn't have heard it. I might have would have gave him a little advice on rerouting or dropped that off, but it wasn't gonna stop the rain. It's two niggas that still with Fat Joe. Two main niggas. Both of them bald headed, one of them short, one of
I
them
know
tall.
exactly who you talking about. You fucked
Yeah,
me
he
up when
get
you said,
yeah,
boy.
Yeah,
right there.
I know when he said, boy.
yeah, right.
Oh, this nigga.
Yeah, so, but back then, that's what it was. You gotta remember, bro, like, Slay was the only New York nigga coming out here. He coming out here because he trusted me. And then I plugged him, man. This nigga, on Paru, I had Slay off 142nd, nigga. Palmer Lee at headquarters, Westside Paru headquarters, in the spot. Had the nigga cigars, nigga, at the gym, 89th and Mary, all through the Insanes. All like I had the nigga Slay everywhere, 42nd and Crenshaw, 59th and Crenshaw, Campanella Park.
Come on.
I had Slay like in the thick of it, dolo. So, and Slay blessing everybody, hosting their mixtapes. We bringing niggas out. He blessing them with the radio and all that. So when the call went in, niggas can't wait to perform. Pitbull,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
niggas can't wait. Oh, what?
It
Oh,
sucked.
nigga, what? Yeah. So it was dangerous back then, but that nigga Slay was always a man of reason. He could have did a lot. I watched Slay stop a lot of shit. Everybody always talking about Lil Charlie. Zim. I know Big Charlie is daddy when he used to be on Dust. Yeah, I know that Charlie. You know what I'm saying? Lil Charlie couldn't even come outside.
What Charlie you talking about?
It's only one Lil Charlie they
Charlie
talk
Rock.
about running. It's only one
Oh,
Charlie they
Charlie
be
C. He
talking
talking about
about.
Charlie C.
Yeah, it's only one Charlie they talk. I know his daddy. You know what I'm saying? I know his daddy when he used to be running around, nigga, him and DJ Robbie Rob dusted out. Him and Fat Porky and them. Like, I know the niggas, the squad. We used to be running around all running down the Bruckner fucking around. All on Randall, nigga, at the Players Club.
Now I knew you knew when you said Slay don't fuck with his brothers.
Oh,
The
not at all.
twins.
He don't fuck with
Yeah,
them.
when you said that shit, I was like, he told the story. I was like, yeah, I knew it.
He
Wack
don't
know
even
what he
like
talking
them
about.
niggas.
Yeah, it's a fact.
He tolerated them because his mama. He don't even like them niggas
Mm-hmm.
at all. So, they called themselves the Filthy Brothers. They had a little rap group back in the day. So yeah, I didn't. Hey, bro, I didn't see some shit. I didn't see some. back alley shit. I didn't see some crazy shit out there fucking around.
You was going to New York when the tunnel was open and shit like that, and
The tunnel was
Palladium and all
open.
that shit.
What's my man name? The Merciless. I think, what was that nigga name? Something the Merciless. Like Slay had some wild niggas around, crazy old niggas, and the young niggas was just different. I used to have to go pick them nigga, AB nigga, my man, AB and all them niggas. I had to go over there and get them niggas, man. My man, Black Hand Chaz, his whole crew, all them niggas, man. Like it was between Black Hand and my man Natural from the Far Rocks. When I would disappear, Slay knew I was at. I
Anything in
never
Far
left.
Rock is crazy. I don't even know why
Hey,
you
bro,
was over
anytime
there.
I think I fucked a lot of New Yorkers, I say, look, nigga, I've been doing it from the Bruckner, nigga, all down to the Far Rocks. I'm talking Secret Street, nigga. One way in, one way
Yeah,
out.
you
See, when the
wilding over
West
there.
Coast niggas telling you about that, you know he didn't been there because you don't know unless you didn't been there. And that
That's a
shit
fucking.
different.
Oh my
That
god.
shit a different kind of dangerous and a different kind of politics.
Hey,
Hey, y'all was
so
helping Chaz with Graph?
Oh, my mama, when he first got Grab called me right now today. Nigga, I'm one of the reasons why Grab ass didn't, boy, that shit was finna go somewhere. He fucked around. No, and he fucked around and kind of got up there and separated from Chaz.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was finna get a little different. I stood in the box with him. I'm like, Chaz, you can't, y'all gotta chill out, man. 'Cause you know, Chaz is different. He don't say too much.
Yeah, nah, he don't. He don't. He a player ass nigga.
He don't, he don't say too much. Those of y'all don't know who Chaz Williams is. If you watch American Gangster, not the movie, the TV series, Chaz is a New Yorker. He was a bank robber. The nigga had to bang out with the police, exchanged damn near 100 rounds on his takedown. But even when he was in the feds, he worked his way to a school college program while he was in there. And the nigga used to leave the college and go rob banks and be back in time to get back on the paddy wagon to go back to prison.
That's all facts.
Yeah, he did an interview with Queen's Flip, like a life interview.
Yeah, yeah, Chaz is. I'm gonna
Well,
get with his family. They need to do that story. They tripping.
well, before y'all move on, I just want to stay on K Slay for a minute. Wack, good morning. Have y'all ever played the 200 rolling? I mean, the Rolling Deep,
He got 200
Rolling
and he got
200.
300. He got a 200, 300.
Yeah, I think if they
I
play
helped him
that,
do that deal. I think I structured that under Empire.
I think they did. Didn't they do one after he passed away? Like
Well,
some.
he was working on it. Yeah, they let it go. They
Yeah, I
300.
think y'all should play that because that's like that whole 1 hour. I think it might be an hour and a half. I'm not sure. That's a really good tribute,
Yeah,
or
me and
it
Slay
just
used to argue about that kind of shit. I'm like, bro, what the fuck you doing that shit? Nobody gonna listen to that long ass shit. Yes, it is, nigga. This hip hop. You know, Slay just maybe just turned and started doing
You in the
R&B
Matrix,
now.
Aunt. You in the Matrix, Aunt.
You on there now?
You
Yo,
almost there. Yo, yep, there you
my
go.
man.
Yeah, you good.
Slay had just in 2019 turned in his crates of records and started using Serato. He refused to use Serato. He like, oh fuck that shit, bro. That's pussy shit. You ain't no fucking DJ if you just using Serato. That nigga was still toting around his crates of fucking albums and shit. So, you know, I'll be like, yo, bro, that shit too long. Fuck that shit. He go to giving me the lecture on hip hop, graffiti. He just started doing this graffiti again. They was giving him permits to actually go spray in certain parts of the 70,000
he's still in the
yeah,
matrix,
you in the
or is it
Matrix,
me?
right?
Oh, I don't care what y'all
Yo,
say. Talking about don't play that long shit. Play it.
Wack, you out the Matrix yet?
yo,
Yeah, you
I
good.
don't know, you hear me? Yeah, he had just got into like Serato. He got back into graffiti. the city of New York had gave me permits to go spray on certain walls and shit. He was selling his art at Art Basel down there in Florida, his graffiti and shit. So he was still like he would when I tell him it's too long and all that, he give me the hip hop lecture, break dancing, DJing, and fashion and this and fuck
But yo,
that. I
Wack,
ain't never. Yeah,
I'm gonna keep it real though. I'm kind of glad he pushed back on you a little bit because you need people like him to keep that realm going a little bit. Like, and I understand what you saying too when it comes to making that money. Like, we ain't gonna make too much money doing it,
I
but there
told
is
the
a
nigga
history. There is a
straight
history that's
sudden.
there.
I was arguing with the nigga for 8 years. I said, bro, let's take it digital. Fuck that whack. Hell nah. I said, bro, you got 100 some issues. Let's take it digital, nigga. We'll put all the issues up and we bring a nigga pay a subscription fee where a nigga could create his own book. I want page 7 from issue 1, page 9, 10, and 13 from issue 2. I want this is my layout cover. I said, bro, then you got
That's a
thousands
good
of
idea.
hours. I said you had thousands of hours of unreleased footage of the video shoots. So now you can charge for that. Exclusive look at the photo shoots. Nah, fuck that whack. I do that shit. They gonna bootleg my shit. And last minute he was like, all right, let's put it together. And then the nigga, I came to my crib out there and it was Christmas. I said, yo, I'm gonna send the car to get you come by the house. We cooked for Christmas. We was doing Christmas out there. And the nigga, he told me he was sick. He didn't lie to me, he just didn't tell me the truth. Told me he was sick. I gotta go try to check on my mother. I don't know what time I'm gonna be back. Whole time this nigga got COVID, didn't tell me. He wasn't telling me. So I told him, I'm just gonna bring you something by the crib, right? He like, I don't know what time I'm gonna be back. Whole time this nigga ain't left the crib. He got COVID. And then it wasn't until about 2, 3 days after Christmas, he told me, he said, bro, I gotta go to the hospital. I said, for what? Got COVID. How long you been having COVID? 2 weeks. And I was finna get started, but I'm like, why you gotta go to the hospital? He said, my breathing is fucked up. He got to the hospital. I went to sleep, woke up, nigga was still in the hospital. Nigga text me, told me this is low, this is going on. They saying this is shutting down. And that nigga said some words I never heard that nigga say to me before he text me. That nigga say, little bro, I'm scared. That's why when I told Big Gene, he wasn't fucking with you, bro. I said, nigga, you got the text history, I got it. You wanna show it? He wasn't fucking with you, then you know what you did. You got a little aggressive with them women, my nigga. And then start telling this broad about this broad and that broad about that broad, like they didn't all know what was going on and then ran it back to Slay. Like, come on, my nigga, like, cut that shit out, Gene. You wasn't fucking, you know what's going on. Don't get me started. You hear when I told that nigga and the bloody bunch, I said, well, nigga, let's show the text history then, nigga. Then he went under. He said they gonna put me in the deuce coma, all that shit. He went under, came out of it. I flew back. I went to the spot to see him. I got there. They said visiting just ended. They said, but he cool. He up. He's alert. He watching TV. He eating on his own. All this shit. I said, all right, cool. I just come back tomorrow. I think I was on Clubhouse. By the time I got from there to my crib, pulled in my driveway in my garage, I got a call. Yo, Wack, we calling you first. What you mean? Call me about what? Slay. What about Slay? I just left him. They said the nigga up watching TV. He just passed. He just what? Passed. Nah, somebody did something to him. They killed him. I'm going back up there. Them niggas met me at the spot. Wack, you can't go in here tripping. Bro, something ain't right, bro. Either they lied to me when I was here or somebody did something, bro. They told me the nigga was just watching TV up. Alert, eating. Like, for like within 30 minutes, he was dead. I still don't understand that shit to this day. Niggas survived the COVID, survived the induced coma, all that shit. You niggas telling me he up watching TV, eating, and visiting over, and by the time I get, nigga, it wasn't 30 minutes later. I get the call, I still think something crazy went on. For real.
That shit be crazy, bro.
Yeah, a lot of that medication they was giving him, Reggie, they fucked Reggie up too. Nigga, Reggie got out the feds, went to the halfway house, and nigga caught COVID, sent him in, put him in an induced coma. When he came out the coma, he was paralyzed from the neck down. Reggie been going through therapy for the last 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was crazy when it first had came.
It's
And we
something they putting in that shit, bro. It's a lot of people. They put them in that induced coma, but when they come back, they paralyzed and shit. Crazy
the
shit.
lung capacities be low. They ain't gonna be
Yeah, I don't
good.
know what the fuck
Yeah,
they
you can see the
doing.
difference in Reggie. You can definitely see it from the
Yeah,
interviews
he
before
still
he
in
went.
rehab. He still in
Yeah.
rehab, bro. Reg
Yeah,
couldn't
that's
move his hands, shoulders, or nothing, nigga, when he came out of it. Yeah, so now he can stand up and shit, move his arms and hands and shit.
who y'all talking about. Reggie who?
Reggie Wright.
Reggie
Oh,
Wright.
Reggie, right. Oh, that. Oh, damn, that happened to him. I
Yeah,
be
nigga.
seeing interviews. I ain't even know that. I never
Yeah.
seen him before, so I only see him after.
Well,
So he can't stand up.
he can stand up now. He just in that therapy. Before he couldn't move nothing but his head and his neck when he came out of it.
Damn, imagine that, bro. Shit.
Yeah, whatever bullshit they did, he just had the power to walk up out of it. You did, but I tell motherfucker, go back and check that Tuskegee experiment. You know what I mean? Shit.
Wait, what y'all say about COVID real quick? What did you just say, Luan?
You said check on the Tuskegee experiment. We know about that, bro. We
No,
educate
but
niggas.
what was that referencing about COVID,
I
Doc?
was
What
saying
did
when
he?
they was putting people in that induced coma, um, people was coming out that shit paralyzed and shit.
Oh yeah, cause
It's
That's how
something
my
they was
uncle
so
putting in
died.
that shit. It's
so this
something, and
is
it's gonna be a lawsuit. It was something they was putting in that shit. It killed Slay.
no,
It
definitely.
paralyzed Reggie.
So I could say this that my girlfriend's mother, right? Um, she was a little bit older, but not too old, in her 70s or whatever, always lived a healthy life. So she had gotten sick, at the beginning of COVID. And when they realized that she had COVID, they took her to the hospital. At that time, still allowing people to, be there with their family while they're, getting treated or whatever. And so her mother basically was like, telling her, oh, I'm really nervous about this. I'm really scared and stuff. And something happened where they gave her some kind of medication or whatever, right? And then like this was after like maybe 2 hours after she left, then she got the call that, your mother's having like respiratory issues and we're gonna have to put her on a ventilator. And as soon as they put her on that ventilator, she went into like a coma for real. And she never came out and died. But her mother was telling her how scared she was because at that time, when I said, they were still letting people come up, they told her family, y'all got to leave. We can't allow y'all to be here. And then 2 hours later, she slipped into some kind of coma. Her niece was up there, giving her food and everything. And she just never came out that coma and died. Yeah, so COVID had some shit with it in the beginning.
Yeah, it was something going on with that induced coma shit. They was putting put niggas in that coma, they were saying we want to slow your body down from working so it could strengthen, like shit like that, like keep your lungs from over expanding. But whatever they was putting in that
It's
medicine,
almost like when they get them women them shots when they
give them that.
about to get the C-section. I mean, no, not the C-section.
All
What's the thing called?
You talking about the epidural?
Epidural. Whenever they just numb them, and then
but I,
sometimes they come back, and then they should be all on fucked up.
Hey, my
yeah, I
my
never
wife's
knew. I
back
never
was
knew in
fucked.
those cases.
My wife's back was
Yeah, a
fucked
lot of
up
them
for a year
women
and a
backs
half
be
after
fucked
her
up and
epidural.
shit, and
For
spinal
for a
cords
whole
be
year and
fucked
a
up
half
after.
after.
I think them ventilators had a whole bunch of germs and shit in them. There was no way that as many people, like they was like recycling usage of those very same ventilators, remember? And then they was like, oh, we don't have enough ventilators, so they didn't even know how to really clean them. It was just a bunch. I don't know. I think it was. I don't know. It's still out
The
for judgment to me.
same shit happened to my uncle. My uncle got in a car accident right before Thanksgiving, and he ended up in the hospital. He had all the shots, all the boosters up to that date. Still went into the hospital. Caught COVID while he was in the hospital. They put him in a coma. When they brought him out the coma, his body parts started dying. He got necrosis in his fingers. They was about to, all type of fucked up shit. And then finally, he passed. They say he wasn't gonna make it past a week. He died the next morning. Fingers off, foot, toes off, all type.
Damn, that's messed up.
They tried to give me that COVID shot in jail. I refused that shit.
I'm sorry, I need to take mine. I work in the healthcare field, so I had to take three of them. And I had COVID, and it was the worst experience I've ever been through. So I don't wish that on nobody.
Ankh still in here?
His profile in here, I don't know if he by his phone.
Oh,
What?
yeah, he probably doing something right now.
Yeah, but I think that it being COVID infected bodies differently. Some people lost well. Mine's affected my upper respiratory system, so it's hard for me to breathe and shit like that.
That ass is better than
And
to
people, you know what
bump
I'm starting
this.
to
Oh,
see?
she thick
I
thick.
think
She
that
eat her cornbread. What up, Naughty?
you know what I'm starting to see, people. When I look at like reports and stuff about like COVID and the vaccination shots, I feel like the long term effects that it has on actual kids is totally different from adults because I'm starting to see like then something happened to LeBron's son. There was other cases where like they heart or something like that, like they chest or they had heart problems or something.
I'm not sure, but they
Because it was like a
was
couple of
yeah.
stories we had read where some of these kids, like I think I forgot. Hold on, let me see.
I mean, Minister Farrakhan, the most
Empress,
honorable
good
Minister
morning.
Farrakhan, been teaching and telling people not to take the vaccines because of what's in the vaccines, and we have the proof, and we have the doctors, and all the research. You know what I'm saying on this as well. That put out everything that's in these vaccines, but
That's cool.
yeah,
I
but
just think different
yeah,
shows for
yeah,
different folks. Like if
exactly.
you had
That's
the will
that's
and
a
the way where
fact.
you didn't
Everybody's
have to
different.
work, I had to work, so I couldn't. I'm sorry. Like when the pandemic happened, I refused. Now I could have said this where I could have got the unemployment stuff, but then I was thinking of more of the long term than short term, and I was like, so what if this shit run out? Then what else am I gonna do?
Well,
I think I got more money when
you
it was when
but
the
for
pandemic happened. I got way more money because a lot of people didn't want to work, so
yeah,
my overtime and my money and the money that they gave me when everybody was quitting was a lot.
no, I got you. And then another thing, you didn't have to take that vaccine for your job. You could have
Oh,
did the
that's what it said. It
religious.
said LeBron's son went in cardiac arrest. Got it. That's what I'm saying. Like something about their heart.
You know, these people tricked us into getting this shot, but a lot of y'all didn't have to take the shot because you could have just did a religious thing, and then you would have never had to took the damn shot because they can't go against that by law. Discrimination. You would have had a lawsuit. And you know,
Right. And if you ain't
a
experienced
lot of
nothing,
people who lost their jobs from that, they about to win a big lawsuit. So it's going around right now.
facts. Yep. And if you ain't experienced no side effects within 5 years from it, just give thanks to the creator that you got a placebo, because see a lot of those doctors probably that was given that shit or whatever, in most cases they was ignorant to what the fuck it was. And on top of that, you had those that were probably still in debt and couldn't really tell you, but they gave a fuck about you not to give you that goddamn poison. You see what I'm saying? So you just have to wait it out if you wasn't knowledgeable enough to know what to do and what not to do when it hit.
Yeah, mine's happened at the beginning. Mine was 2020 February. I can never forget it. Around February. And so they told me at first it was the flu. And I was like, this ain't no flu. Like my back started to hurt. Like certain I was just like, what is wrong? Like this ain't, and I had to go back to the hospital. And so then I started to see when I was in urgent care, not urgent care, I was in the emergency room or whatever. I was seeing so many people down there. They started not to even have beds anymore. I ended up getting a bed. I was up there for like three days, and then they put me in quarantine. Yeah, so I don't wish that on nobody. I thought I was gonna die. I couldn't see my mama. I was going through it, but yeah, I just don't wish that on nobody. If you ain't never had it, because niggas, I mean, that virus wasn't real.
No, it was real.
That shit was real because it killed my cousin Cece. I'll tell you that damn much. Took his ass out fast.
Bro, I don't know what's wrong with your mic, bro.
He said something about his cousin, and it took him out fast. I'm like, I don't know, something close to that.
That shit was real when I was.
Was alive for this shit right here. Now lately, I've been doing my own thing, but I come right around with the pound, I clown and be on. Bad timing. Get at you, mob style, whack you, pause, round of applause, in other words, clap you. Kelsey from Mahomes, Holmes, we gon' catch you. This actual, matter of fact, it's factual. Put it in a capsule, now I'm gon' ask you. Tell me if you want me to. Put your brains on the floor, from the floor we'll laugh and say that's good for you. It's a lesson, consider it a blessing. I had fire way before confessions. Now look here, I'ma ask you one question. Tell me if you want me to, yeah. And you crazy. If you thought I'd sleep on this. At your funeral, your girl at the casket lean and give you that. But kiss. You're not the first one to make me feel like this. And with the scope on the pump, when I dump, I tell you I can't resist, no. Enough of that on how he get his melon crack. His girlfriend had him out to selling crack. Took all the profit, dreamed she would sell him that. Walked all over him, the nigga was a welcome mat. Nobody gonna tell him that. If he raised his voice, she would say who he yelling at. The sunken place, he fell in that. I don't wanna stall him, I wanna call him. I don't waste time, hit him right on FaceTime, laugh and say that's good for you. Keep it G now, she with me now. With him she was so bored, but girl I wanna go for.